A very good morning to one and all. Today we are here to understand maximum power transfer theorem connected to DC circuits, part 1 of that. In an electric circuit, however, those components are interconnected to the representation with respect to a load concerned. When is that maximum power transfer takes place to a load is an always a calculation, is an engineering aspect very necessary. In line with this, we have this theorem which states that maximum power transfer theorem, it is one of the basic yet important law that states the necessary condition for the maximum power transfer. The maximum power transfer theorem states that in a linear bilateral DC network, maximum power is delivered to the load when the load resistance is equal to the internal resistance of the source. This is the definition for part 1 of that maximum power transfer theorem, which we are supposed to understand. For this requirement, let us consider the description of a circuit. Of course, I have drawn a AC representation. It should be a DC for our understanding over here. Let us consider a source with a resistance and a load over here. When is that maximum power transfer takes place from the source to load is the question, or what is that value of the RL which makes the maximum power absorption from the source happens here. For that, we need to understand between the points of our interest load RL, which is connected between these 2 points, remove the load and find out the open circuit potential between the points like Thevenin's voltage VOC we need to identify. Once we identify the VOC using circuit theory, we need to identify across the same points Thevenin's equivalent resistance representation, applying the conditions short circuit all those voltage sources, open circuit those current sources, and leave the dependent sources as it is. Then measure the equivalent resistance across the points and call it as R Thevenin. Then the entire passive network between the points of our interest has to be reflected as equivalent network as this way, which will have V Thevenin source, Thevenin representation of resistance, and the actual load which we need to connect. When we represent this kind of circuit equivalency, then the theorem says the maximum power transfer occur in a linear bilateral network if and only if load resistance is same as the source resistance. For me over here, the source resistance is entire equivalent resistance of the network itself, RTH. RTH must be the value of RL, or RL must be equal to RTH, then only maximum power transfer takes place. This is the gist of this maximum power transfer theorem for DC concern. Then definitely when the power transfer takes place, we know that when the current I flows through this circuit, final circuit, VTH divided by RTH plus RL is the resistance, IL is the load resistance, load current. Then IL square RL is the power transferred we can compute. That will be maximum if RL equal to RTH. In this context, let us see the next page how it is being illustrated. I have the original terminals when they are open circuit with the load and identify the VOC, then find out the current which is flowing through that terminal when there is a connection of load like that, which is IL is VTH divided by RTH plus RL. Then transferred power is IL square RL, which I can replace IL in this position and I'll get PL, which is a replacement of IL from this into RL. And this PL will be maximum or maxima of that power occur when I take differentiation TPRL with DRL. This equation when I differentiate with respect to RL, what is that value of RL which makes the possibility of P being maximum, maxima minima theorem kind of concept. When I differentiate this equation with RL, I'll be getting an expression in which RL turns to be RTH. That's the proof if and only if load resistance is equal to Thevenin's equivalent representation of the entire circuit, then only maximum power transfer takes place from source to load. Then what is that value of maximum power transfer then? That maximum power transfer Pmax is IL square RL. IL square RL, if I rewrite, that works out as V Thevenin voltage square divided by 4 RTH. Like this. This is a very simple theorem, which is a concept of transfer of power is considered. So the similar description is being given in the text, which says how to calculate IL, how to calculate PL. If I apply this to a numerical problem, let's see PT, the total power transferred is IL square RTH plus RL, then PT is 2 IL square RL. This is the total power transfer in the system. So this network, you just see an example. I have a two loop based problem. Loop 1, which is R1 and R3, R2 and RL like arrangement with the source over here. When is that maximum power transfer occur across this, or what is that value of maximum power transfer to this load? I would like to understand. For that, I eliminate this RL. I find out what is this VOC across this, and by short circuiting this voltage source, find out R equivalent of this across these 2 points, then make the RL in series with that. That becomes VTH measured across this VThevenin, and RTH measured across this, which is R1 or R3 being parallel series with R2, which become RThevenin over here. So similar work has been done in this problem. Let's see. Find the value of RL in this particular example at which maximum power is transferred to the load in the following circuit. Also find the value of maximum power transfer. Look at the circuit. Circuit is having a 12 volt source, 0.5 ohm resistor, 2 ohm resistor, and resistors of 3 ohm, 1 ohm RL in the interconnection. Our question is, what is that RL which will definitely cause maximum power transfer from the source to the RL value? Then using this concept of maximum power transfer theorem, I apply to find out the RTH and VOC over here step by step. We can just see, remove this low resistor, I eliminated it here. I want to find out voltage, what is readable between these 2 points of our interest, nothing but voltage across A and B. Nothing but when there is an open circuit, no current rush out of the 3 ohm, and this point is same as point of A, which is shown here. And this point, another is as usual B. To find out the VTH in this diagram, I need to know what is the current flowing through this closed loop. Then to find it out, we know 12 volt, find resistor 0.0 ohm, 2 ohm, 1 ohm in the path. Therefore, current I, what is resulted here is 12 divided by 0.5 plus 2 plus 1, which is written over here, which quantifies 12 divided by 3.5 ohm as 3.428 ampere. That ampere, when flow through 1 ohm resistor, which builds the potential, that is VAB equal to VTH equal to 3.428 into 1 ohm, which is 3.428 volts. That itself is the VThevenin required for our equivalent circuit, which I would like to write. Then, according to the requirement of another basic prerequisites, RTH across the points of our interest from this circuit. Short circuit all the voltage sources, open circuit the load resistor, and between these two, you measure R equivalent of that. When I view from this end, which the arrow shown here, 0.5 ohm and 2 ohm find themselves in series. These two together in series find themselves in parallel with the 1 ohm. You can see. So it's 1 ohm is in parallel with the 2.5 ohm. 1 into 2.5, 1 plus 2.5 plus entire representation is in series with 3 ohm. That is plus 3. Whole circuit equivalent resistance stand as 3.714 ohm. That is RTH. Therefore, now we got to know VTH of 3.428 volt, RTH of 3.714 as our equivalent representation, and now having represented them, connect your RL. That's what we can do with the work. So RL must be equal to RTH, which is 3.714, and the VTH is 3.428. Then we know what is the Pmax we can transfer. VTH square divided by 4 RTH. 3.42 square, 4 into 3.714 in the denominator, which transfers 0.7912 watt of power. In this way, Given you a numerical problem with the different voltages arranged in and around point of your interest, which is called as a load point, you need to find out the VOC at that point, and after taking it out, short circuit all those voltage sources, open circuit all those current sources, and leaving the dependent sources as it is. You have to find out what is the total R equivalent across the point of your requirement. That is RTH. That makes the simplicity of your work. At the end, RTH and RL must be one and the same to have a maximum power transfer. Okay, this way you need to solve the problems.